fortunate not to be playing AFL football. He really is one of the players that I believe that could take that next step.
All right, the game underway. And your commentators, Ken Sheldon and Mark Noley.
As the ball being bounced, centre of the ground, you can see North Adelaide going left of screen. Ball goes in the forward line, and that was Sanford. Quick handball across. The ball's going forward. Delaney from behind. He'll be the first to get a pot. North Adelaide may have brought the first goal through Lucas Herbert. Tremendous sucker off the ground. Terry Venables would be impressed. With a big fella, Lucas Herbert brings up the first goal for the afternoon, and North Adelaide's first also.
And what a classic goal that was. Wouldn't Chris McDermott just be so happy? Like, Noonan just read the ruck play so well. Sanford couldn't take the mark, but brought it to the front, then just fed it off to Morton, who's the on-baller. Herbert, the other tall,
are even. Central by a point, and that's an interesting one, Mark.
A couple of good games out there this afternoon. Centrals and North. And Elizabeth, we see once again Morton's had plenty of the football, goes towards the big white sticks and does not let his side down. He brings up his first goal for the afternoon, and North Adelaide just extend their lead.
It's terrific play by the Roosters. It's been in their forward line for the last few moments, and they've just really worked hard at keeping it in there. You've seen Jeffries shoot that handball out. He's up there in the forward pocket. Three
medal favourite as North Adelaide go to 2 goals straight, 12, leading Port 1 point. Gerke out of the midfield. They're forcing the ball forward. Now with space, Collins, 48 out and closing, goes towards goals. But look at this, Herbert marks it right on the line, and he'll go back and have his second shot for goal. The big boy renamed Soccerloo.
That is just fantastic. Like, Chris McDermott, he must be just so proud to have this young bloke there. Like, to have a tall player like that up in the pocket, line up for his second, if he's successful, kick his second goal in the opening minutes. Like, that move is a winner.
Well, it's interesting. They gave away Gilligan to nurture this bloke. So we might follow their fortunes throughout the rest of the year, as Herbert, who already has one, and incidentally in his career only has the 5 goals. Now that's his 6th career goal. He puts it right through the middle. 2 today, that's his best return.
That's a good kick. He really did show good composure, set himself.
So North by 11 points. Sanford up against Gilligan. Gilligan gets the better of the duel. Taken high. The player in there looked like Hodges. Coming out wide. Dillon. For Port. North Adelaide player is brought in. I think he's brought up the goal. It looks like something from a half-back line. And follow Dillon down. Tremendous goal from a half-back flank.
The North Adelaide structure is absolutely playing Port Adelaide to a T, exploiting all their strengths. We've seen before a half-back line, the kid made a mistake, but he was on the inside and in front of his half-forward, and he cut off the Port Adelaide forward thrust. We've seen on that occasion the rebound from Port Adelaide, as it always goes, to the other side.
Work the ball forward. Around the body. They've got the runners once again. Phillips is in there. Very courageous play. Gerke's covering a lot of ground. Just a little chip kick across to Phillips. They've got the runners again, the Roosters. Coming on to Collins. Collins takes 2 bounces. Can have a third. He does that. Now will kick for goals. Just chips it forward. Has he made the distance? I think he has. Down Matty Collins. Tremendous work. Great composure. And brings up his first goal for the afternoon.
That's a great goal. Almost from a set play. Almost something which I think Coach McDermott has trained into these players in the build-up to this game. Boundary line throw-in at half-back, and it was Phillips who took off from that boundary line throw-in straight to the centre wing. He just took off in a line, and the ball then was just brought inboard by the North Adelaide players. It wasn't even looked for, but they knew he was there, Phillips.
Sturt by 8 points. Tight match there, and Centrals and Norwood, the Redlegs, are in front by 10 points, and the Bulldogs, of course, undefeated last year at home, except for the Redlegs. There's another snap for goal.
I think it's Collins, David. I'll just check on it. I think it was Matty Collins. And no, it's not.
It's Wintle.
It's Wintle.
You see why you like him. He goes pretty well at it. And that was a good snap.
Well, just have a look at this. The throw-in situation. It doesn't quite work, but just weight of numbers. Wintle lucky to get that ball, but tremendous composure, fantastic vision of where the goals were, and put it under the player who was attempting to smother. That was a very good goal. The most respected side in the SNFL.
You really don't know how champion players are going to go as coaches, Mark, do you? But he is one who really is making the grade.
That's tremendous respect, does Chris McDermott. You see they're going forward again. The Roosters, terrific kick forward. That player was Armstrong. He's found Parker. And Parker will have his first shot at goal today.
Beautifully weighted kick to the advantage of his forward. And Brendan Parker, big barrel-chested player, very strong overhead. Just used his body to full advantage to take that one grab mark. He's a very accurate kick. Wouldn't have any problem kicking this.
I was going to say, 3 goals, 24 for the year. He's not rating better than 50%.
I'll back him.
All right.
I'm with you, Kim. See Parker come in. Puts it on its way. It's high ball. It's got the accuracy. There's no doubt the Roosters fans are happy. Parker brings up his first goal, and North Adelaide just extend their lead.
Viney gathers him. Carter gets a kick along the boundary line. Sticks Phillips. Sends it back the other way in a wobbly old torpedo. Loose ball falls. Now it's Viney again. Back up on his feet. Higgins claims him. Feeding it off was Collins. Armstrong. One step. Was that Wintle? Armstrong it was. Now Wintle. Noonan in the space. Well, they may be overdoing the handball. Noonan again. Lehman sidestep beautifully. Straightens up. Goals. What a classic. That's his first.
Yes, there's no doubt Tim Noonan did overuse the handball, and it was just, well, so unlike a Tim Noonan handball. It didn't hit the mark, but then they were there in numbers again, North Adelaide, and Lehman, he really did show he showed some real class there. That sidestep, you'll see it come up here on screen. This is a Noonan handball, misses the mark, very unlike Tim. But again, kept in front of him, did Sanford, keep the ball in front of him. That's a fantastic sidestep, great balance, and that ball going through by a whisker.
Port Adelaide a couple of weeks ago defeated Glenelg, did it pretty well. Well, last week it was. But, today, they're really being made to work. They'll have to come back. They've done it before, of course. Sutherland through the midfield. It's probably the first time they've gone directly down the corridor, so their confidence is growing, North Adelaide, as Wintle feeds Collins. In turn has Lehman running, breaks the tackle, bounces. He looks like Darren Jarman now. One bounce, straightens up, goal, 2 on the board. Confidence growing. He likes it. The Roosters are charging.
That is sensational football. Sutherland out of defence, but I just love the contest that Glenn Sanford made. Outnumbered 2-1, but he brought the ball to the front. And the North Adelaide players were there. Wiggle with a magnificent long handball. And Collins, who I think's been very, very good in this game, gives it to this bloke on the burst. What a good goal.
Over his head too, nearly. Young Timmy Noonan. Not much of him. Only had a couple of kicks, but plenty of handballs. You always find him at the bottom of the pack. Carter. Couldn't quite find his target. Noonan again gets thrown to the ground. The ball's kicked high. Opportunity to take a mark. I think he's taken a big Herbert. Lucas Herbert showing great courage, running into the face of the pack. Takes a sensational mark.
Well, he really is presenting himself at everything. That's great courage. He's the tallest man up there, so I suppose if he gets to the contest and jumps, he's going to be a fair chance to get his hands on it first. And that was just a tremendous case of a player presenting himself time and time again, and eventually he'll get the football lining up for his third goal. Stephen Carter, very poor handball up and off the deck for Port Adelaide. The reason for that ball being back into the goal mouth for North Adelaide.
So 25 metres out, 45-degree angle. Just comes in very casually, just puts it on its way. He's brought up his third goal for the afternoon. That's a goal that North Adelaide needed. They've kicked 4 this quarter. The Magpies also have had 4.